Midi-chlorians just aren't the earth-shattering thing people make them out to be. I mean, for one, 99% of what I hear is memes about how the Midi-chlorians ruined Star Wars, and I haven't heard anybody actually make a case. So let's together watch that minute clip just so we can get a full understanding of what the Midi-chlorians were when they were actually introduced, which is when also they were critiqued so heavily.
Qui-Gon, sir, I don't want to be a problem.
You won't be, Annie. I'm not allowed to train you, so I want you to watch me and be mindful. Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me, and you'll be safe.
Master, sir, I heard Yoda talking about midi-chlorians. I've been wondering, what are midi-chlorians?
Midi-chlorians are a microscopic life form that resides within all living cells.
They live inside me.
Inside your cells, yes. And we are symbionts with them.
Symbionts?
Life forms living together for mutual advantage. Without the midi-chlorians, life could not exist, and we would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to us, telling us the will of the Force. When you learn to quiet your mind, you'll hear them speaking to you.
I don't understand.
With time and training, Annie, you will. You will.
So, from what I can recall of the Midi-chlorian controversy, it was sort of talked about like these things would destroy the concept of the Force. More specifically, they'll destroy this kind of like feeling of magic and mysticism that the Force had. But the only thing this introduction of the Midi-chlorians do to the Force is confirm it to be connected to life, confirm that it acts at some sort of microscopic level, and that there is a will to the Force, and that these Midi-chlorians can teach this to people who listen. I mean, personally, when I think of world-breaking mechanics retroactively added into a series, and not to beat a dead horse, but if we're going to talk about world-breaking retroactive explanations given in Star Wars, really the bad example I would compare against would be bringing back Palpatine from the dead. To put it simply, when you kill off a character by throwing them in a reactor and then blowing up an entire moon-sized space station to kill them off, only to bring them back later for another movie, it really destroys any credibility that any character could die in Star Wars. And really, they knew this because they didn't try and give an explanation because they couldn't really give an explanation. What really matters is consistency. I'm getting a little sidetracked because my original point in bringing up the Midi-chlorians was actually to make a comparison to the thing that I do think is absolutely fucking mind-blowing about this movie that I never heard anybody talk about.
You should be very proud of your son. He gives without any thought of reward.
Well, he knows nothing of greed. He has
special powers.
Yes.
He can see things before they happen. That's why he appears to have such quick reflexes. It's a Jedi trait.
Like, do you understand the ramifications of what Qui-Gon just said? And I mean, like, if you're just gonna say this is like him bullshit waffling on, I mean, sure, that could be true, but it's only like a step below Midi-chlorians because he doesn't have like a fucking technical term for it and a reader. But Jedi reflexes are literally predicting the future, and it's like a muscle memory. And we've seen this demonstrated in the movie. That's literally why Anakin can become a pod racer, because he has these insane Force future reflexes. Like, do you understand? Like, it's not just knowing what's going to happen and then, like, moving your arm. It's not just like, oh, I know the ball's going to land here because I can see the future, so I'm just going to stand over here and catch it. Like, no, it's like, it's ingrained in his brain. It's automatic. That's what reflexes mean. And what are the ramifications for this in, like, sword fighting? Did you consider that? Did you consider the ramifications of mind-reading automatic reflexes to, like, their sword fights and shit. And the best part is, I think this all sort of complements the idea of the Midi-chlorians.